What's we do? This is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna have a face-to-face chat about simply collecting. And you need to know that this is not a channel that target at any individual people. We don't comment on individual people doing individual stuff because hey, you do you, I do I. You know, this is how the YouTube community should be. But you know over the past few weeks, it makes me really sad and almost a little angry in a way that a lot of content creators are dividing or are exacerbating the division between collectors and investor. I mean, I know that they don't really do it intentionally, but unintentionally there is this consequence of such content that is being created. And I think that there is you need someone to really try to have a clear mind as to what is happening and to really tell the audience how they're actually not opposing side. And yeah, because a lot of people, I mean, just like when people talk about investment channel, they don't talk about the risks about investment. People don't talk about collection enough. People don't talk about collectors enough. What exactly is a collector? And I can tell you what I think a collector is, or at least how me as a collector, don't laugh, I know you're gonna laugh, how me as a collector collect, and how I value the existence of investors. That makes collecting so much more fun. Yeah, I know that this is going to be a controversial video, so yeah, go crazy in the comment. I want to hear what you guys think. So let's talk about collectors first. And I think that a lot of people get this sentiment that the collector has a moral high ground. Collectors are so much better than investors. They don't love the hobby. They're just there for the money. Now here's the thing. Why are some things considered collectibles while others are not? I really want you guys to think about that question. Things are collectible because they're sought after. Things become a collectible because there is a theme to it. You don't see people collecting different brands of toilet papers. I mean, they draw on them, but they definitely don't, collect toilet paper. Even if you have a possum butt YouTuber, he doesn't collect toilet paper and tell you which brand of toilet paper is so good to collect. It's not that. Collector, whatever makes something collectible is that it is something sought after. There is some sort of inherent value, and the more people want to collect that, the obvious supply of that decreases. And when the supply decreases and the demand increases, price is definitely going to go up. That is how the world works. I mean, when I say price is going to go up, it doesn't mean monetary price. I mean, you can trade it with other stuff. Yeah, that's it. But, that's what makes a collection valuable. That's what makes collecting fun. It's when you get to collect things that people don't have. When you're able to complete a collection that is difficult to collect. Why is it difficult to collect? It is because it's rare. It is because it is expensive. It is hard to get. And I think that's if you're a collector at heart, that is something that you should value. It is the difficulties in collection. I mean, I know you guys are gonna tell me, hey, collect Pokemon. What do you know about collecting? Come on, guys. My name is Collect Pokemon. What do I know about collecting? I've been collecting Pokemon cards ever since most of these YouTubers ever was even on YouTube. They don't even know the existence of YouTube collecting, Anyway, so what I collect, I mean, here at the back, you guys are seeing expensive cards. I'm going to show a background of it. That's pretty much part of my collection. And I'm displaying it, I'm looking at it and every single day, and I'm not selling it. People will think that, oh my god, that wall you have is a lot of money. Well, to be very honest, I don't see it as money. What I see it as is, wow, that was a difficult collection to complete. I feel happy every day when I wake up and I look at that. I feel how accomplished I am. And I think that's the heart of a collector. A collector wants to collect things in order to feel good, to feel that I've done something. And if they have not completed that yet, they're working towards that goal of collecting. Those so-called collectors out there, how many of you guys actually collect Pikachu cards? You guys are Pikachu collectors. Yes, you see expensive Pikachu cards, but I also collect cheap Pokemon Pikachu cards. Do you guys collect these Pikachu cards? If you're a collector, would you collect these? These are uncommons, common uncommon cards. I mean, yes, they're in reverse, but every time when I see it, I would hold on to it. Doesn't matter if it was just a bulk common card. It's because I'm a Pikachu collector. And that's the thing. When collector or the so-called collectors on YouTube make videos saying how, it's all these investors, they're making the price goes up, they're making collecting impossible. No, they're not. Go away. That's the point of collecting. If it was too easy, you wouldn't be collecting. I hear this a lot, when I did the Van Gogh Pikachu video. They're telling me, oh my god, collect Pokemon. It's because you bought like 100 of them. That's the reason why the price gone up. And that's why collectors cannot collect. It's because you want to invest in Van Gogh. Van Gogh is dirt cheap right now. Go buy it. Seriously, if you guys are really true collector, go buy it. It is how the world is. I really hate it when people say that, collector are like this. We are a collector. No, those people who are telling you this, they're not true collectors. I can tell you that. I mean, from my personal, experience, they're not true collectors. They are the one who are caring, who are always putting a dollar signs on things. Oh, it's so expensive. I don't want to buy it. No, it's not the investor that are putting money onto Pokemon card. It is the so-called collectors. If you really like to collect something, you work hard. You work a day job. You make money. You save money. You go make a purchase. That's what a collector do. That's what a collector does. And they don't care how much they have to save up. They don't care how much they have to spend. But the moment that they buy the card and the card is in their hand, they're happy. Everything is worth it. And that's a true collector's heart, in my opinion. While reviewing the video, I actually forgot one very important point. And it is for you guys, for the younger generations, to understand that even though working really hard all day in your day job, you save up some money, you want to buy certain cards, you want to buy certain collectibles, that's very admirable. And if you can do that, that is amazing. But the older you get, the more responsibility you have. And the more responsibility you have, the more money you have to spend. For example, you have to spend them on your kids, on your house, on your cars. And some of these are essential. You can't really cut back on it. You might have to spend some money on your parents. And you simply don't have that extra cash from that day job that you make into buying collectible. You start to not go out with friends. You start to lose a lot of the young heart, that thing, that dream, that hobby that you used to have. And that's why we see a bunch of the older generation. I mean, you can see the investor bros. They're like the so-called investor bros. They're much older. They have families. And it's just that they know that the money that they make from their day job isn't able to sustain many of their collections. I mean, some of them. I'm not speaking for all of them, but yeah, I mean, at least for me it is. And that's why I talk about investment, and I do a lot of investment in Pokemon. I want this hobby to be sustainable or self-sustainable in a way that the money I make from this hobby, I'll reinvest it into the hobby. When I say reinvest, I mean to use that money
to collect what I actually want. And I think that's why some people, that's why I don't think people should judge investor in that sense, because many investors are collectors and they're trying to find their own way to collect. And if you're a true collector, you will value, you will appreciate that there are these people that are going out of their way to stay relevant, to stay collecting, to keep collecting. And I think that's the beauty of it. So yeah.
So those of you that are so-called collectors and are continuing to divide the Pokemon community into investor and collectors, really stop. Like, really try and think, are you guys true collectors? Yeah, like I said, this is my personal opinion. I'm not trying to attack anyone. So yeah, that's my take. And yeah, for those investors oftentimes becomes collectors. You know, Cool Trainer Ryan actually mentioned how a lot of people with a lot of money, they just buy it and just leave it there. You know, they don't really care. They just like to collect multiple pallets and pallets of Team Up, you know, of Sword and Shield, of Sun and Moon. They don't really care. They even have a warehouse of their own to put these stuff. What are they? Are they investors? No, they're not investors. They're collectors. Are they causing the price to spike up? No, the price already spiked up. Can they drop? Can they sell those products and cause the price to drop? Yes, but you guys would think that, oh, they're profiting because they're an investor. So you can't really pinpoint who is an investor and who is a collector. And that's why we're all the same goddamn Pokemon community. That's the idea of it. So, you know, I don't see a point arguing about, you know, collector versus investors. But I do think that it's worth talking about which cards are more collectible or has a higher collectability than others. I think that's fine. I mean, as a collector, you can definitely talk about that. I think, you know, 8 years ago or 6 years ago when I made some videos, you know, I talked about each individual card, talking about its investability and collectability, you know, these sort of stuff. I mean, like these Pikachu cards, how many of you guys would think that they're a good investment? I'm pretty sure no one. How many of you guys would think that they're a good collector item? Probably no one would. And that's the thing. A lot of people are not understanding that they come hand in hand. If I show you a super expensive, you know, Black Label Munch Pikachu, if I show you a, you know, Van Gogh Pikachu card, people want to collect that card because it looks good, and because there is such a high collectability, it also has a high investability. They come hand in hand. So it's really funny to see how people are just arguing over nonsense. So yeah, that's pretty much my take. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and yeah, maybe I should do an introduction to certain cards, because, you know, just so that you guys know that I'm a collector. So yeah, first card here. This is the Pikachu from V-Star Universe, and this is definitely one card that I don't really like the art, but I do like the collectability of this card because it is only opened from a God Pack in the V-Star Universe. And when you open a God Pack, there's a set of 9 cards, and they put together to make a picture. And this is the Pikachu from that big picture. You can also get this card in English from the Krang Zenith sets, but definitely this was a picked up. I actually bought this card raw, and I've sent it for grading. I think I bought it at a much more expensive price than what it is now because V-Star Universe didn't have a reprint back then. I think I've got a couple of these. Yeah, so that's the Pikachu from V-Star Universe. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll introduce some of my collection to you guys in every video, just like, you know, to show you guys I'm actually a collector. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye bye.